You're right on the top of the world, right? Top of your world. What are your greatest priorities as you look at life now?
I think our families matter more than anything else to us. Followed quickly by songwriting, our music, our careers generally, recording music, which we love. We love being in the studio, putting records together. But I mean, obviously first, you need a family. It's a spiritual thing. You need that. It gives you your concrete. It gives you your, no matter what happens, you have your family.
Family comes first, though.
Absolutely.
And we'll pursue all of those different lines in the course of the program. But let's start with the music then, in that case, and we'll talk about the family and what you hope for in the future and so on. But starting with the music then, how does a Bee Gees song get born?
Well, it usually starts with a melody or a title. And but you see, we don't really write songs so much as we write feelings, and we try to put feelings into a melody. Or it usually is a whole 3 minutes of a certain emotion that moves people.
You said someone quoted something about you that it wasn't just a question of writing songs, but the songs are there. It's almost that you pluck them out of the air.
Yeah, it is like
your
that.
head.
There is a sort of
like a radio transmitter.
It's exactly like that. It's almost as if somebody's already written the songs in the air and they're giving them to it, because
as if they're all written, but they're only written for us out there, for us to receive.
Well, that's the thing.
Rod Stewart may have picked up a couple. It's like if I say the music that we're receiving, it feels like that, because when we start writing, we seem to be receiving the music from, you know, WABC. No, we seem to be receiving the music from the air, you know. And that kind of music, that compares to the kind of music that we were writing 4 years ago, it's entirely different.
It's a revelation to us.
Once we have that, then we can go into the studio. Most of the lyrics are usually written during the actual laying down of the backtrack, and then the lyrics are usually finished after, like, Robin and Barry will go off somewhere. And
but once we get that feeling to the studio, that's when the fun really begins.
Let's start by going right back to the early days. When was the first time privately you sang together? And then when was the first time publicly? I mean, did you...
I can remember it. Keppel Road.
The first time we sang together was in Keppel Road, in the lounge, with 3 brushes with tin cans on the top.
I've still got that.
Not yet. No, I haven't. 3 tin cans on the top.
Sorry.
Pretending they were microphones, and that was the same afternoon we found out we could actually sing in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time we physically sang together and found out that we could actually sing.
And then in terms of performing, how old were you when you actually went in front of an audience? What did you do?
6 and 9, I think.
See, our father was a drummer.
Gaumont Theatre was really the first.
Well, yeah, right. In
front of an audience.
It was the Gaumont Theatre.
And can you think back, were you excited about going to Australia or what?
No, because we didn't know what Australia was. I mean, we were only young kids, and we said, hey,
Yes,
we're going to Australia.
But you must
I
be
don't know.
The fact that we thought we were going to see
Hang on a
kangaroos
second.
down the main street.
At 6 or 7 years old, you haven't got a geographical education. You don't know where.
Robin, that there was an excitement that we were going to travel around
On a
the
ship.
world.
Big ship, yeah.
We were going to leave England and travel. At that age, it's just an incredible thing.
It's an adventure, yeah.
Were Festival Records your first record company, in fact?
We all talk at once, yeah. Was Festival Records
Your first record
our
company?
first record labels, yes.
Lead on.
Our first contract. And we went in there and they told us that they were going to do amazing things for us. And
They did. They couldn't have done anything more amazing than they did.
And, yeah. And it all ended up with them trying to stop us from leaving Australia when we wanted to because we couldn't get a hit. They wouldn't do anything to help us get a hit.
14 flops in a row.
But why did they try to stop you leaving Australia?
Because our first #1 record had happened. That was Spicks and Specks that we'd recorded in a different studio
And
with
we were
somebody
teenagers
else.
too, you know, we were appealing now, you see.
We were starting to appeal, and we were #1 in the charts. And we said, well, we've had enough. We got this record on our own. You didn't help us, and we're going to go to
Because
England
Spicks
now.
and Specks, our first hit record, was done in a studio with the first guy that ever believed in us, Ozzy Byrne. And it was his studio, he gave it to us free.
And it was a little room in the back of a butcher shop. That's what it was.
And it was for the first time in our careers we were allowed to explore.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Bee Gees.
Where is the sun that shone on my head? The sun in my life, it is dead, it is dead. Where is the night that would play in my streets? And where are the friends I could meet, I could meet? Where are the girls I left far behind? The Spicks and the Specks, other girls on my mind.
And that was one of the first tunes that the Bee Gees mailed you from Australia for you to listen to, wasn't it?
That was, David. That was one of about 20 songs they sent from Australia. And I received them when they were on the high seas heading for London. And they were very pessimistic because a lot of people advised them not to go. And it was very hard for them because Spicks and Specks was their first #1 hit in Australia.
That extraordinary talent in songwriting, is that just a talent you're born with or a talent you nurture or what?
You have to be born with it in their case. It's not something that anyone can ever learn. It's totally with them instinctive. And it's so fast. And I remember when they did their first demo records, there was a power failure in the studio. And all lights went out. And they sat on some stairs and just strumming guitar. And within the space of about 10 minutes, they wrote New York Mining Disaster.
If it weren't for our families, I don't know what kind of shape we'd be in. Used to be we were out on the road most of the time, or in the studio, or promoting the albums, or whatever came along. But now in the past couple of years, even with what's happened, we've had more time for what's really important, and we treasure those times so much more.
Know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you.
with all the record success that you're enjoying and so on, what is it that drives you back on the road?
When we make records and when we're in the studio, we never really see who buys those records, or there's no identity that we can see. We realise that we probably have an audience of varying ages, but you never see the people actually buy your record and play it. I think getting on the road means that to us. It means that we come face to face with people to whom our records mean a lot. I think that's important. But to be sure, doing a tour and doing all that is an enormous amount of work and putting together. That's something that everyone should really know. It takes months and months of preparation and enormous amount of work. I think the only thing that I noticed that's not right is it doesn't actually say the Bee Gees, and I think it should actually, the Bee Gees name should be Bee Gees Spirits Having Flown.
No, there was the one where we wanted the one with the golden man.
Oh yeah, but that's the other logo. You see, there's two logos. There's two logos for this tour. We all agree on that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we should have this logo, which is on both sides of the tail, and the other logo should be on both sides of the nose.
Yeah.
Yes, but my argument is, in the air, not many people's going to see it. Unless you've got
but on the ground.
Unless you're in a small Cessna or something. Hey, look, there's the Bee Gees playing.
No, that was not the idea.
Well, there will be some people
on the ground.
Could you tell us a little something about the
John Denver's father has part
about the stage itself?
Certainly.
Tell us just something.
Can we go to Model 2?
Yeah. Let us look.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll take this over here.
let us drop this lovely black box here for just a second.
This is the black box of the plane, is it?
Yes. Looks like what's not to be in my recorders.
It's small. Fantastic.
Okay.
One at a time, though.
So talk to us about it. Tell us.
Okay, what we have here is, there is, way when we toured last time, this is the same basic layout we had, except I've just expanded the way the riser setup looks, and we jazzed it up some.
What are the colours of this?
Oh, amber, red, blue, and green.
Super. All American.
Yes, all American.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What this is? What Joe Lala,
Mm-hmm.
Dennis,
Right. And
Robin,
Barry,
Morris.
the brass,
brass,
keyboards. Some mixing.
Al, Robert, Dick.
Under the back.
And the whole configuration, the way it is, every riser in the configuration will light up in these four colors, and then we will have a microprocessor computer, okay, which will do some odd 40,000 pattern in the dance floor proper.
Is this staging going to be trucked now?
Yes, it is.
How many trucks, trailer trucks will take?
5 semis.
5 semi-trailer trucks?
That's what we're starting with.
When you think about 5 semi-trailers or 6 that it was going to be, or when you look at a stage like this, you think of, I think of a time when we played 10 years ago. We did a place called Nottingham Boathouse, where we had a little green van, which Dick used to drive, and used to knock old ladies' hats off bicycles. Nottingham Boathouse consisted of the dressing room was in a foot of water, and everyone had to change standing on platforms, on the seats where the jocks would sit,
I must add that Dick still knocks hats off all women. These days he does it from a limousine.
That was before Massachusetts, wasn't it?
That was before Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
When you think of people like Willie Nelson and Glenn Campbell and the Bee Gees all together on the same stage, that's probably come to you as a weird combination. But actually, we love and respect both artists, and getting the chance to play with them was just something unique for us. And it gave us the feeling as if we almost all might have lived next door to each other at one point.
Feel like I could die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye.
Oh, the Osmond Brothers eat your heart out.
Come on, 2, 3, 5. your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I wanna make love to you, to you. I can't stop loving you. I made up my mind. Living before all alone sometime. Sing it out. I can't stop wanting you. Can't stop. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life. Dreams of yesterday, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. One more time.
I've never seen as many speakers as that. Good grief. That's amazing.
There's black scrims hiding the chrome just a little bit at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, we can live with
That's fabulous. Come on.
it. Concert, you know, people looking.
Yeah, but you see, the lights look incredible. They look like they're just floating.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
very good effect. Amazing.
All we need now is a band.
Yeah, all we need now is a gig.
And a manager.
Yeah.
And
And
money.
a hit.
Yeah. Well, let's go and have a closer look.
Kiss her in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? Watch that step, it's a dilly.
And it was at that very moment. My goodness me.
You don't need mirrors. I've never seen so much platinum and money.
And a hit.
Yeah. Well, let's go and have a closer look.
Kiss her in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? Watch that step, it's a dilly.
And it was at that very moment. My goodness me.
You don't need mirrors. I've never seen so much platinum in my life.
That's what I wanted to do. I want to bring my arm forward.
Yeah, because I want to see. Can we see some of the light things? Do you want to come up?
Can we see some of that back?
Can you show us some of your effects?
That's a track.
Let's see. John, give me that 2615 chase in the overhead.
Oh, yeah. There's no need to bring sex into it. We just wanted to see the lights.
Definitely one of those.
Go ahead, drag that out, yeah. Let that run. David, let me see that 1, 2.
It's so good like a circle.
Actually, when you
pattern
think
on
about
the
it, anybody can
step
tap
units.
dance. That's all it is.
Here we go. If you look down here, you will see all
Yeah,
around
that's
the
a-
perimeter. You have a few little things going here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What actually happens underneath here? This is...
On a Saturday afternoon, I used to go out shopping, and we used to bring Hugh's father over to our place to watch the cricket on television. And I came in one day, and that's our bunter, and that's they had the record player on in the other room. I said, "It's if it's bothering you." He says, "No, it's not bothering me." He says, "That's not the record player, it's the boys." He says they've been doing that for weeks, just practicing. I didn't know. It just
We never
sounded.
knew that.
It was the Mudlarks singing Lollipop. I thought it was the Mudlarks, but it was them.
in their bedroom.
I just couldn't believe it. It was because I'd been out, when they were singing. But they had been singing outside that they hadn't told me anything about.
Well, what age was that? That was...
The 6.
Morris and Robin about 6, Barry be about 9.
Barry was 9.
I came home about 5 o'clock one evening and said, the boys got a radio going in their room. She said, no, it's them.
But the grandfather knew. He said, no, they've been singing like that for weeks.
But even then, he thought it was one of those kid things they're going to grow out of eventually and go to work, take normal jobs. So they never had to work, like, physically for a living. It's all they'd ever done.
Well, what a concert. And here they are, the boys. Barry, Morris, Robin. Fantastic stuff. The vibe out there was just sensational. Wonderful crowd, wonderful crowd. So what's it like after 15 years, finally coming home, an audience like that?
Well, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, the people have been so warm to us. And Australians, I mean, they're known for that. So, it's great to be home.
Great, it's great to have you home. You guys have written so many songs over the years, and thank you for that. Everyone, how do you decide what you're going to do at a gig? Like, after 15 years, you come back, who decides which songs, what songs?
That's hard to say, but we throw it around between each other. We're pretty democratic about it. And I've got to punch each other up. It's about 33 songs in this show, and the next time we come, which will be in about 2 years, we'll change about half of the show to include quite a few others that we didn't do, like Emotion or some of the Streisand stuff, things like that. Yeah, Tragedy. Yeah, we'll change it again. Yeah, mate.
Okay, I think, there's the first one. Barry, thanks, mate. See you soon. Oh, it's the next one. All right, come with me. Now, Barry, don't sprint off on us there. Okay, mate, see ya. Good one. It's just you and me, buddy. Very much like the car I arrived in tonight. Mine was about 12 foot shorter and had a little plastic thing that said taxi on the top. But yours rented as well? It sort of had 4 wheels. That's very fantastic, Morris. See you soon. Great gig. Bye, guys. Well, it's all mine. See you later. Well, there you have it. A fantastic, fantastic concert. And I'm going to get run over right here. Bye. See ya. There they go, the Bee Gees. Sensational show. See you soon, Robin. Bye. Well, one for Australia. A fantastic concert. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, as much as I did. I'll see you next time. I'm Craig McLaughlin. Until then, see ya.
Willkommen in Berlin. Gleich 3 Konzerte geben sie in der Stadt. Morris, Barry und Robin, die Brothers Skip, oder besser, die Bee Gees. Und immer auf den Spuren der 3 Weltstars, die ganz, ganz treuen Fans, quasi mit auf Tournee. Für ihre Konzerte am 4., 5. und 7. Juni in Berlin haben sich die Bee Gees eine der schönsten Freilichtbühnen Europas ausgesucht, die Waldbühne. Alle 3 Konzerte sind restlos ausverkauft.
Okay, then I'll leave it for about 10 minutes.
Showtime! Showtime!
Okay.
Für Kameras sonst absolutes Tabu die letzten Minuten vor dem Auftritt. Dieser Tunnel führt zur Bühne und am Ende warten 20.000 Fans.
This very moment in time that one gets a chance to perhaps reflect on things past and things being potentially facing you, coming up in the not too distant future. Followed by a sort of deep, sort of sick feeling in the stomach. A deep rumbling.
Smile, You're on TV. Das haben sie immer drauf, wenn eine Kamera in der Nähe ist. Die Gebrüder Gibb, absolute Vollprofis. Seit 25 Jahren sind sie im Geschäft und da ist es auch noch Sekunden vor dem Auftritt drin, ein paar Faxen zu machen. Aber dann müssen sie raus. Bee Gees Alltag. Morris kommt immer als Erster vor dem Konzert zur Bühne. Er ist der musikalische Direktor der Band, der Zuverlässige, der immer sicher gehen will, dass mit der Technik und den Musikern alles klar geht. Ein sehr freundlicher, umgänglicher Typ, ohne jegliche Allüren.
I'm musical director as well, so if the band are here and things, there's anything to go over with before the show, before the sound check, or the recording and so forth, so I like to be here and make sure everything's okay before we start.
Die Band und ihre Crew. Dieser Gitarrentechniker ist allein für Barrys Instrumente verantwortlich.
I'm a technician when I have clean hands and I'm a roadie when I have dirty hands.
Als Techniker habe er saubere Hände, als Roadie dreckige, meint er.
The Bee Gees on tour? This is my first tour with them.
Dieses ist seine erste Tour mit den Bee Gees. Aber die Tour sei toll und mit den Gebrüdern Gibb käme man ganz prima zurecht. Es sei eine fröhliche Truppe.
This band seems to be very easy. They're all nice, easygoing guys.
Im Bühnenbereich, also Backstage, kommt ohne Pass keiner rein. Aber nicht alle Pässe sind gleich gut und überall gültig, erklärt dieser Techniker. Ein grüner Pass und du bist nicht so wichtig. Ein blauer und du bist ganz wichtig. Dann darfst du auch mit den Bee Gees reden.
And you can talk to the Bee Gees with a blue pass. So, try and get yourself a blue pass and you'll be in.
I'm like a guardian angel, you see.
Den begehrten Blauen hat natürlich der Leibwächter der Gebrüder, ein Pole.
I've been with them for many years. For the whole family for 2 years, but
Seit vielen Jahren begleitet er die Gibbs und ihre Familien auf Tour und für ihn sind es die nettesten Leute, für die er je gearbeitet hat.
you know, in my career, and I like work for many people before, so, and I must say that the
Barry beim Soundcheck. Er brachte seine Familie, 3 seiner 4 Kinder mit. Robin kam allein, ohne Frau und seine beiden Kinder.
I'm alone. Homesick? Not really.
Heimweh hat er nicht. Seine Frau Edwina schreibt gerade ein Buch, musste deshalb in London bleiben, kommt aber nach Berlin nach.
Seeing the publishers in London and she'll be joining me next week. It's lovely. I don't mind.
Derartige Liebesbeweise machen ihn dann doch immer noch verlegen. Also Themenwechsel, Soundcheck.
Every day we do a show, yeah. Why is it that necessary for you? Well, it's good. It's not just for us, but it's for the sound people in front as well.
Soundcheck machen sie vor jedem Konzert. Das ist sehr wichtig, damit auch alles klappt, denn sie wollen 2 Stunden auf der Bühne perfekt sein. Robin, der irgendwie wie das Nesthäkchen der Band wirkt, kommt etwas zu spät zum Soundcheck. Direkt im Heiligtum, Backstage bei den Bee Gees. Eine Fandelegation aus Polen schenkt Barry einen Löwen. Sekunden, die dieses Mädchen wohl ihr Leben lang nicht vergessen wird.
Do you like those books which we gave you yesterday? Yes.
Der Kontakt zu ihren Fans scheint den Gebrüdern Gibb tatsächlich sehr wichtig zu sein.
You know, these are people that have followed our music for many, many years.
Die Fans sind für uns wie Freunde, meint Barry. Sie hören unsere Musik seit vielen Jahren. Manche wollen 20 bis 30 Platten persönlich signiert haben. Wir tun es gern. Das ist nicht Teil unseres Jobs, sondern es macht uns Spaß.
We make a point of seeing them, but that's not work. You know, that's fun. But when we don't get a chance to pick up the gifts that are given to us on stage.
Geschenke, wie dieser Teddy, die ihnen auf der Bühne zugeworfen werden, spenden die Gibbs gewöhnlicherweise Kinderkrankenhäusern. Aber was wir persönlich bekommen, versichert Barry, behalten wir. Morris, geschichtlich sehr interessiert und politisch sehr gut informiert, will unbedingt die neue Situation in Berlin persönlich kennenlernen. Sightseeing mit Barrys Sohn Travis. Die Tour in Berlin, Brandenburger Tor, unter den Linden, Checkpoint Charlie, Alexanderplatz und schließlich Prenzlauer Berg.
East German car. Yes. A little one, very small car. Someone was coming here. Yeah.
Haben Sie eine Ahnung, wer der Mann ist?
Ja, das ist einer von den Bee Gees.
Und kennen Sie die Musik der Bee Gees?
Kenn ich auch, ja.
Ja? Und finden Sie die gut?
Finde ich gut.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, we've been coming since 1968, so, you know, over the years we've seen a lot of changes. And last time we were here, of course, the wall was still up.
Als wir das letzte Mal hier waren, stand noch die Mauer. Es hat sich viel verändert, jetzt sind wir ja eins, One, wie ja auch unser Song heißt. Vielleicht haben wir das damals schon geahnt, nein, aber gewünscht. Und es ist jedenfalls schön, dass unsere deutschen Fans das so sehen.
We're not out to be like anybody else or try to sing like anybody else or do anybody else.
Wir machen keinen und nichts nach, sondern unsere eigene Musik, meint Morris. Nichts anderes haben wir unser ganzes Leben gemacht. Wir machen es gern und wahrscheinlich immer weiter.
It's all about we love doing it. It's been our life, and I don't think anything is going to stop us. Really, we just love doing it.
Für ihr aktuelles Album High Civilization bekamen die Bee Gees Gold in Berlin. Kleine Feierstunde kurz vor dem zweiten Konzert Backstage. Mit Saturday Night Fever feierten sie Mitte der 70er Jahre ihr erstes großes Comeback. Mit dem Album One in den 80ern das zweite und mit High Civilization nun in den 90ern das dritte. Oder war schon das vierte? Eigentlich waren sie ja nie von der Popbildfläche verschwunden.
One, two, three.
Morris liebt Illusionen. Im einzigen Kinderstar steckt eben noch ein Kind. Hier in die Garderobe der Bee Gees kommen sonst nur die engsten Betreuer, die Freunde und die Familie. Um sich auch unterwegs etwas zu Hause zu fühlen, nehmen die Gebrüder diese Einrichtung überall mit hin.
These toilets, I mean, boy, when they flush, are they loud. Listen to this.
Morris, der verspielte Typ, hat großen Spaß an der deutschen Toilettenspülung. Für Eddie, das Mädchen für alles, sind die Bee Gees eine Art zweite Familie.
Flight case that travels with us. Whatever we need is in here.
In diesem Koffer landen die Teddys und die vielen glühenden Liebesbriefe. Hier liegen auch die begehrten Autogrammkarten.
The signed ones, the unsigned ones. That's not that, he don't spoil, okay.
Humor haben Morris und Robin, vielleicht weil sie Zwillinge sind und doch so unterschiedliche. Robin, der zarte, zurückhaltende, lebt makrobiotisch. Morris, der Entertainer und Spaßvogel dagegen, steht eher auf Hausmannskost.
Hi there, good evening and welcome to John's Kitchen.
Übrigens, ihren Koch nehmen die Bee Gees überall mit hin. Und bei Johns Eiscreme wird auch Robin schwach. Goodbye, makrobiotische Diät.
And explore the avenues of junk. After me, this reading of it. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much.
with me. Never walk 1 more mile.
Man muss eben nur ein Bee Gee sein und schon fliegt die Royal Air Force eben mal eine Ehrenrunde über Potsdam und Berlin. Und die Radioleute vom britischen Soldatensender BFBS funken gleich ein Interview mit Morris live aus dem Helikopter in den Äther. Hold on. Noch ist nicht Schluss, kurzer Break hinter den Kulissen, das Publikum draußen will mehr. Barry, der Perfektionist, der Anspruchsvolle, ist zufrieden. Der älteste der Brüder, sonst eher zurückgezogen und ernst, wirkt richtig ausgelassen. Perry, Backing Girl Patty Peterson und Keyboarder Tim Moore. Schlagzeuger Trevor Morell ist bereits wieder draußen auf der Bühne. So, und jetzt raus zur Zugabe, aber halt, Barry steckt noch im Ärmel. Er will seinen Berliner Fans natürlich sein neues Deutschland-T-Shirt vorführen. Nach 2,5 Konzertstunden, 32 Hits und 2 Zugaben lassen die 3 Brüder ein begeistertes Publikum zurück. Es war ein Abend mit einer Musik, die an die erste Liebe und an viele gute Zeiten erinnerte. Musik, die in die Beine ging und bei der es oft im Bauch kribbelte. Bye bye Bee Gees, bis zum nächsten Mal in Berlin. Coming up next, we go behind the scenes to see how one of the biggest bands in music history plans to groove into the new year.
Can you tell us what you're thinking right now, what you're feeling?
Yes, well, I had to change my underwear. It's a bit like, excited. Very excited, nervous.
Tense.
Welcome to Ease Behind the Scenes, Bee Gees New Year's Eve Countdown. Our exclusive look at the Brothers' New Year's Eve pay-per-view concert. The Gibb brothers are getting ready for their one-night-only pay-per-view concert on New Year's Eve.
It used to be that kids would come up and ask us for autographs with their parents. Now parents come up and ask us for autographs with their kids. So it's kind of, as you said,
But we do have a great mixture of audience, definitely, from the fans we started in the late 60s right up to now.
This New Year's Eve at 9 p.m. and midnight Eastern Time, Bee Gees fans can order up a full dose of their favorite beats on pay-per-view. Plenty goes into condensing a lifetime of music into one show.
After medley, what the only things he would really like to see would be Tragedy, Jive Talkin', and Staying Alive.
Combining a healthy mix of melodies from How Can You Mend a Broken Heart to Jive Talkin' to Grease, as well as some of the newer sounds from this year's hit album, Still Waters. With technicians busy adding finishing touches, the Bee Gees gear up for their New Year's Eve pay-per-view special, their first concert in over 5 years.
And words are all I have to take your heart away.
I don't think it gets easier because you're always trying to do something better than you've done before. You have to, otherwise you can't maintain, you can't stay around. So you're always nervous.
It's even that you never get used to the feeling of even having a successful record. I mean, if that happens again, you go, what?
Getting into sync and having a good time, on the other hand, gets easier all the time.
We have, over the years, had a lot of experiences together, a lot of different adventures and tragedies and good things and stuff, and it's brought us together very closely. And I think that we don't take anything for granted these days. We just have a lot of fun. Yeah. And I think what's kept us together is, even when we write songs, we've become one mind. And I think, as far as the public's concerned, I think the songs have always kept us in the front there. But between the three of us, I think it's that kind of work that we do together that we love so much that we would miss terribly if we didn't do it.
I think we treat every record or every song we write like our first. Got to keep the buzz going.
The Bee Gees just seem to keep on going, even with songs they wrote 2 decades ago resurfacing.
The whole culture is embracing that period again, and that's amazing to us, you know, because it went through a period where nobody wanted to talk about the 70s, and now everybody wants to talk about the 70s. Children want to wear the clothes that everyone was wearing in the 70s, you know, and we can't quite figure that out, but I guess it's okay, you know. Yeah, the 60s did that
and
too.
Also, I think there's a lot of people who would like to hear more melodies that they're not hearing today. That would like to go back.
People always say to us, you know, that we were responsible for creating the phenomenon of Saturday Night Fever. But people forget that it wasn't us; it was the people that created it.
Oh yeah, the 50 million people that bought it.
Created the phenomenon of Saturday Night Fever. So in essence, they're returning to that feeling.
Yeah.
The three are pleasantly shocked by all of the attention they've been getting lately.
It's just been amazing, yeah. I mean, 4 Lifetime Achievement Awards besides the Hall of Fame in 3 months. It's just been amazing. We just picked up another 2 about 2 weeks ago in Germany for the Europa Awards and the Bambi Awards.
We don't know what they were called. There's all this German.
I think they were Lifetime Achievement.
But it said us, but yeah. couldn't understand what they were.
We got the Golden Bambi, which is the most big, like Bambi, you know.
Yeah, the Bambi Award and the Europa Award, the Golden Europa.
So as I say, it's like this year has just been amazing. Yeah. I mean, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, yeah, that was a highlight.
And with that critical acclaim came a kind of long-awaited validation.
Sense of belonging.
Yeah.
To being having a sense of rejection for a few years because of Beaver. It just sort of came around. It was just it made us feel that we had done something worthwhile after all, you know. And that was a great feeling.
It was just the respect and the approval that they gave us, and to go to Monte Carlo and get the Royal Music Awards, and and work with Celine and people like that were there, and all of a sudden we felt we belonged. It was just a wonderful feeling.
It sounds really corny, but that's basically it.
How can you stop the rain falling down?
Still to come, the Bee Gees walk us down the road to superstardom.
We were very, very young, and we pretended to sing at home with brushes and made believe there were microphones and stuff like that. And we thought, oh, let's try and get on stage and do that at the matinee.
And later, you'll get a glimpse as the band preps with Celine Dion to do their first live appearance together.
And it's going to be the first time that we sing this song together. I'm very nervous, but I'm very anxious to get there. They're so generous.
Welcome back to E's behind-the-scenes look at the Bee Gees' New Year's Eve pay-per-view concert.
And no one understands in the morning.
It's been a long and often unpredictable journey for the Bee Gees. The band discovered their perfect three-part harmony in the mid-50s, and as singer-songwriters, they enjoyed unparalleled international success for the next 3 decades. The group has sold over 100 million records and has had countless hits, won 7 Grammys, and much, much more. But with all this, they still don't take themselves too seriously.
Have you guys become legends?
No, icons.
Icons.
Yes, you be very careful.
Legends in our own mind.
There's a difference between the legend and icon. Oh, yes. We're idol icons.
I realize it's hard for you to say, but it truly is. You're getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Abducted.
Yes. I mean, how does it feel? Do you feel that suddenly you've entered a new phase in your career, which besides having vital new music, you guys have been assigned legendary status? How does that feel?
It feels wonderful.
Yeah. We still have to save a hotel room, though.
at least we don't have to call ourselves that. Other people do it. You know, which is nice.
It is hard to perceive yourself. It really is.
Yeah, we're very proud and we feel very honoured. And you can't plan things like this, and we feel inspired to go on. So it's a wonderful feeling.
Their story began in Australia, where children, Barry, Morris, and Robin Gibb discovered the art of lip syncing.
There was a trend in a local cinema. There used to be a thing like Saturday afternoon matinees for kids, and you'd pay sixpence and you go and see the movies. And in between the movies, like Laurel and Hardy or The Three Stooges, kids would get up on stage and lip sync to an Elvis Presley record, Blue Suede Shoes, or something like that.
We were about 6 and 8, literally, at the time.
Yeah, so we wanted to do the same.
We wanted to do something like that. So we didn't know we could sing. We did what you would call us trying to sing. We were very, very young. And we pretended to sing at home with brushes and made believe there were microphones and stuff like that. And we thought, oh, let's try and get on stage and do that at the matinee. And that's sort of how it started.
The man they looked up to most then started to nurture this soon-to-be famous musical trio.
Our father taught us professionalism. He taught us a lot of different ways to be on stage and how to look and things like that. Our father was a drummer for 30 years. And he was very heavily influenced by his favorite group, the Mills Brothers. So he loved all their harmonies and things. So when he heard us singing and stuff, he naturally would like to hear us sing that same kind of song.
After enjoying a good degree of success down under, the preteens then formed the band Brothers Gibb and relocated to London, where their popularity quickly soared. But in the early 70s, despite several hit singles, the Bee Gees' notoriety faded, particularly at home. And it wasn't until the release of Jive Talkin' in 1975 that a second round of superstardom was triggered. When the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever was released a couple of years later, it not only became the biggest seller in history, it also sparked a cultural phenomenon.
It was our new album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our manager was putting the film and he wanted some songs for his movie, which we were told about a guy who works in a paint shop and blows his wages every Saturday night and wins a dance competition.
That's right. Write me some songs immediately. Write me a song.
But that would have been our new album. Yeah.
But soon after Fever broke, the Bee Gees were once again faced with a spiraling decline in popularity, as a disco backlash ensued throughout most of the 80s. It wasn't until the 1990s, with yet a third resurrection to the top of the pop charts, that the Bee Gees proved once and for all they are a force to be reckoned with. In fact, the 1997 World Music Awards celebrated the talents of the Bee Gees by bestowing the group with its Legend Award. And believe it or not, this tribute was more than Barry, Robin, and Morris expected, in spite of all their accomplishments.
Oh, it's flattering. I mean, it's a great honor. You know, once again, we're being honored. You know, so
we saw it last year on television, and we saw Michael and Diana Ross receiving the award that we're receiving, and we thought that's
that's a wonderful show. We want that. You know, that would good. Let's have one of them. Yeah. So here we are. So we called up Prince Albert, and he said, "Bugger off." He said, "Leave me alone." So we called our management, and we said, you know, that show is wonderful, and that would be a great show to do if we could ever get an award. And we thought we might be able to pick up an award for best-selling group of some period. We didn't realise we were going to get this kind of an award.
Still to come on Behind the Scenes.
Having them writing me a song was like, it's the thrill of a lifetime, okay? You know, I cannot remember a party without the Bee Gees and a birthday without the Bee Gees, and all my life I've been dancing and singing with them.
And later,
it's kind of democratic. There's no real role playing.
The Bee Gees talk about the art of writing songs that people never get tired of. Welcome back to E's exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the Bee Gees' New Year's Eve pay-per-view concert.
Is this the summer of the month?
The Bee Gees almost never take a break from writing their own songs, but somehow they also find the time to create music for other artists as well.
We just write songs. We're mental. We just like to write songs. And somebody comes along and goes, "I like that one." You know?
Well, we like that. You're mental.
No, we love working with other artists because that stretches us. It stretches our writing, it stretches our creativity, and if there's only us to write for, then I think it becomes limited, you know. And if someone like Celine comes along that has a voice that, well, simply we don't have, we have a kind of, we actually have about 4 different voices that we can use. But
I've got 3 under the bed.
He's got 3 under the bed.
Yeah.
But when someone like Barbara Streisand, for instance, comes along and says, "Will you write me a song?" Or "Will you write me a song?"
Oh, can I have a cup of tea?
That's a challenge.
Just wrote me a song, and on top of that, they sang with me on the album. And now, thinking that this is just impossible, this whole thing is fabulous, now they ask me to sing on stage with them the song, because when something like this happened to you, you have a song from very famous people and people that you've been admiring all your life, and you sing with them in a studio, and you think that this is going to be the first and probably the last time you'll be singing the song with them, because this is incredible.
Well, Tommy Mottola called me and said, "Do you have any songs for Celine for her new album?" And at the time, we'd already written Immortality for Saturday Night Fever, the musical. And we were sitting there with this song, wondering if somebody could do it. And we thought of Celine Dion before Tommy even asked. So we just sent that song, hoping that it would be accepted, and it was. So it was a very simple process, really. But we were blown away, and she called and said she loved it, and she couldn't wait to do it.
You don't know what it's like.
Celine first met the Bee Gees in Monte Carlo during the World Music Awards, a meeting that gave her even more respect for her 3 music idols.
You know, when you meet very famous people, you don't know exactly what to expect because you see them on television, but when you meet them in person, it's another thing, and there's so much charisma. The Bee Gees are so, I don't know, they're so down to earth, but at the same time so generous and sensitive. It's a big thrill for me to sing with them tonight. I'm really looking forward to it, and what a great song it is.
Every action we must choose.
I think people can understand and feel the song differently. I think it can be related to, in a way, to death. Like when you lose somebody that you love so very much, because we all go through this one day or another. You want to keep this love immortal, like immortality. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to let this love go.
It could be the song was created, in part, from a loss the Bee Gees experienced themselves. Superstar Andy Gibb was the youngest sibling in the Gibb family. Andy's career skyrocketed early on, but due to a heart condition and what the Gibb brothers called an out-of-control lifestyle in Hollywood, his career ended with a quick and tragic death. The 3 brothers will honor their younger sibling during the New Year's Eve pay-per-view concert. Coming up next on Behind the Scenes, we'll give you a sneak peek at what the future holds for the Bee Gees. Stick around.
If we're on tour, we're not writing. And that's time out of our lives, that the time we simply don't have. We want to keep writing.
Yeah. I mean, don't get us wrong. We love playing live. We love going up and playing.
We also like being in the studio, too.
Yeah. It's just that it's different from doing a back-to-back city tour, which can be very, very exhausting. It's not, and you don't give really your best.
Welcome back to our behind-the-scenes look at the Bee Gees New Year's Eve pay-per-view concert.
I think there are certain songs that we know are in our hearts are good songs. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? How Deep Is Your Love is a special song.
They're like our kids.
For the Gibb brothers, writing beautiful and meaningful songs has always been about sharing.
It's never who does what. You know, we don't get into credits or things like that. We just, one of us has an idea, and we all like the idea, we start developing it, and we treat it like it's already finished. And in some ways it is. It's like you're pulling something out of the air. And if it doesn't work, then we let it sit and we leave it alone, and we go on to another idea. So we have a lot of things that aren't finished, that are on shelves and stuff like that.
Part of what makes the Bee Gees so unique in the world of music is their knack for fusing together poetic or puppy lyrics with multi-leveled harmonies.
It evolved with Arif Mardin, who was producing the Main Course album, and he asked if one of us would go out and scream. I mean, we do that all the time anyway, but not for the same reasons. And he said, could you scream ad-libs, like on Nights on Broadway? Could you? That's where it started. And I volunteered because I knew that we'd done a little bit of falsetto harmonizing earlier on Mr. Natural, which failed to garner too much attention.
Yeah.
And
dropped like a lead balloon.
So I volunteered to go out and try it, and I found I could do that. But not only do that, I could do it. I could do melodies with it, and not just scream. You know,
scream in tune.
And so that it just had to evolve into, well, let's try a song doing it that way, because we love the stylistics.
The way I love you.
Well, there are songs that are easy to perform, and there are songs that are really difficult to perform. It's just as simple as that. And the easy ones are the most fun, and because they don't take all your energy away for the next song. Because you never get up on stage and sing one song. You know, you've got to sing like 20 or 30 songs. So it's a question of pacing your voice and your and the one we love, I think, that really has an impact for us is How Deep Is Your Love. We enjoy doing it. The audience enjoys hearing it. It's a mutual enjoyment situation.
Rise in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wonder.
Choosing the songs that work is also a mutual decision.
It just seems to end up with us being unanimous on... We all had the same picture of the song when writing it, and how when we go into the studio to record it. So we all had that same picture, so one of us will say, well, I don't like that sound, or we could change it that to make it that picture. But usually we're all in agreement with it before we even start recording.
Unity has always been a key factor in the Bee Gees' success, and that, along with keeping up with the times, is how they've managed to stay on top for so long. They'll show you how they do it during their one-night-only New Year's Eve concert on pay-per-view.
We just wanted to do something different. We wanted to start breaking new ground and just doing like a special event. And this is the first one. And after this, the job we wanted to do and do our singing the way we want to sing, to perform the way we want to perform, and just have a good time.
You can also be a part of the good time. New Year's Eve on pay-per-view, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check with your pay-per-view provider for details. We hope you've enjoyed E's exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the Bee Gees New Year's Eve countdown. Thanks for watching.